Hello dear students, how are you? I hope everyone is doing well. This is part 2 of coordinate geometry for class 9. This is completely based on NCERT book. In this video, if I'll not talk about René Descartes, the great French mathematician of 17th century, then it is total injustice because he only discovered the Cartesian system and given many theory on analytical geometry. Simultaneously, in this video with discussing many hot questions, I will definitely discuss some interesting facts about his work and his life too. Let us move to the first question. Plot the points 1, 0, Q 4, 0 and S 1, 3. Find the coordinates of the point R such that PQRS is a square. I guess everyone is quite aware of the properties of square. Only remember square has 4 equal sides. So our first point is x, 1, 0. In my previous video, the first part, I explained you that the points which lie on x-axis, we denote or it is always in the form x, 0, while the point which lie on y-axis is of form 0, y. Remember these two important facts. So let us mark P1, 0. So here will be your P, mark it 1, 0. The second point is 4, 0. It will also lie on x-axis, mark Q, which is 4, 0 and S 1, 3. Clearly, since both are positive, it lie in first quadrant. Since it is a square, all the four sides must be equal. 3 units. This is also 3 units. This will also 3 unit. So where this point R lies on 4 and 3. 4, 3. So the coordinate of R is 4, 3. Here is your solution number 1. So I was talking about Rene Descartes. One day when he was resting in bed, he solved the problem of describing the position of a point in a plane. In honor of Descartes, the system used for describing the position of a point in a plane is also known as Cartesian system. Let us move to the next question. Plot the points and check whether they are collinear or not. So, before moving to this question, before solving this question, let us discuss what is collinear. In this word, can you find out the term, this line? So I hope now this is clear. A line. A line consists of infinitely many points. So the points which lie on a same straight line are known as collinear points. Remember this fact. So first part is 1, 3 clearly lies in first quadrant. First 1 and y point is 3. So this is denoted by A 1, 3. Minus 1 lies in second quadrant. Mark it by B point minus 1, and C minus 2, minus 3. Definitely it also lies on the third quadrant. Mark it with point C minus 2. Minus 3. If you join all the 3 points, yes, clearly it lies on a same straight line. Hence, the first point is collinear. The second part, let us erase this. The second part is 1 comma 1. Mark it with A, 1 comma 1. Second point 2 comma 2 also lies in first quadrant. C, 5 comma 5. Yes, all the three line points lie on a same straight line. This point is also a collinear. Nobody called René Descartes by his name. Often he introduced himself as Poitevin, which was his nickname. Is it not so interesting? And he used to sign the letters by the name Du Perron. Move to the next question. Question number 3 is, write the coordinate of the vertices of a rectangle whose length and breadth are 5 and 3 units respectively. One vertex at origin. Mark this point 0, 0. The longer side lies on x-axis. So clearly, since the length is 5 unit, your either it will be minus 5 comma 0 or 5 comma 0. But if you read the second statement, one of the vertices lies in the third quadrant. It must be in the negative y-axis minus 5 comma 0. And since the breadth is 3 unit, so this is 0 comma minus 3. As it is a rectangle, make a rectangle. So the fourth point is minus 5 minus 3. Name it as A, O, this is B, and suppose this is C. So all coordinates are, first is at origin, which was already given. Second, you marked it as A, minus 5 comma 0. B point will be minus 5 minus 3 and C will be 0 comma minus 3. As we are talking about a great mathematician, though he attended one of the best schools in Europe, he left his school because that school made him feel dumber. Then he studied law, as his father wants him to be a lawyer because he was from the lawyer family. But he never entered the practice. Move on to the next question. Then I'll tell you more about his life. Fourth question is, plot the points A, 1 comma minus 1. Let us find out where it is. 1, first is positive, second is negative. It will be in fourth quadrant. Mark this is, suppose your A, 1 comma minus 1. B is 4 comma 5. 4 and this is your 5. B is 4 comma 5. Now come to the first part. Draw the line joining these points. Right, first you join these 2 points AB. Write the coordinate of a point on this line segment between the points A and B. This question I am giving you as homework because when you draw it neatly in your graph copy, it will be easy for you to write down a coordinate. So find out a coordinate which lies between AB, and in the second part, extend this line. You produce this line in both ends and write down any coordinate which lies outside the line segment AB. So take this question as homework. Come back to the Rene Descartes' life. At the age of 22 years, he was fascinated towards maths and physics when he enlisted as mercenary in the Dutch States Army. Then in 1637, he laid the groundwork for analytical geometry. Next question number 5 is, if A is less than 0 and B is less than 0, then the point P lies in. So, less than 0 means negative. So, in a number line, if this is your 0, if any number which is less than 0, that means negative part. And any number which is greater than 0, that is positive. So, if A is negative, B is negative, where will this point lie? So, let us recall again. If in a coordinate axis, this is your x dash, y dash intersecting at origin. So, the first quadrant, it divides the plane into 4 quadrants, first, second, third and fourth. Look at the sign for each. First is both positive and positive. Second is negative and positive. Third is negative, negative. And the fourth is positive, negative. So here is your answer. This is answer third quadrant. So answer is third quadrant. Here is your answer number 5. Question number 6 is, the perpendicular distance of the point 4, 3 from the y-axis is. For this, let us make a coordinate axis, y dash, x dash, intersecting at point O. Let 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, at x it is at 4 and y it is at 3. So suppose our point is this A 4, 3. So its perpendicular distance from y-axis is. Clearly you can see it will be 4 units. Now, note down, if the point is of form x, y, then perpendicular distance from x-axis will always be your y units, while the perpendicular distance from y-axis will be your x units. Remember this point. Move to our next question. Question number 7. The area of the OAB with O 0, 0, O for origin. So let us mark the point. 4, 0, clearly it will be at your x-axis. 0, 6, it will be your y-axis. So if you join all the 3 points, here it is your triangle O, A and B. We have to find out the area of a triangle. We know that area of a triangle is half base into height. Look at the unit it make at base. It is 4 units. The base is clearly 4 units and the height is your 6 units. 4 into 6. So the answer will be 12 square units. Here, your solution. Question number 8. State true or false. There is 2 statements given. You have to find out. Before proceeding to this solution, look at the word mirror image, or you may say that the reflection, the mirror image of a point 4, 5. Find out where will be your 4, 5. Here will be your point 4, 5. How can you draw its image if you take your mirror will be x-axis? So consider that x-axis is acting as mirror. What will be its image? Exactly at the same distance here. So the point must be 5 minus this point. The point must be 4 comma negative 5. But here it is given minus 4 comma 5. So first statement is false. Look at the second statement. The mirror image of 4 comma 5 in the y-axis corresponding to your y-axis, what will be the mirror image? Look at the same distance 4 unit. So if you write down the coordinate, this will be your point. The point must be minus 4 comma 5. Here, yes, bingo. Correct answer minus 4 comma 5. Answer is true. Move to our next question. Plot the points P minus 6 comma 6. So negative 6 comma 6 will lie in second quadrant. Here will be your point. Mark it as P minus 6 comma 6 on the graph paper. Draw PL perpendicular to x-axis. PL, let we draw, you use ruler, and PM, mark it as L. PM perpendicular to y-axis. Write the coordinate of L and M. Clearly, it will be minus 6 comma 0, and the perpendicular line which intersected y-axis will be 0 comma 6. So come back to the life of Rene Descartes. Rene Descartes. He wasn't afraid of critics. He planned to send his manuscript to 20 to 30 most learned theologians for criticism. Can you imagine? And then he collected 7 objections, which later on he published in his work. Move to question number 10. The 3 vertices of triangle ABC are A 1 comma 4, Mark it as A, point B minus 2, comma 2, and C 3, comma 2. Join all the three, it forms a triangle. This is your respective triangle. Calculate, first part is over. Now calculate the area of a triangle. You know that the area of a triangle is half base into height. So half, what is your base unit? You may simply count. Don't misunderstood by like if you count, don't do that 3 and then this is minus 2. We always take the distance positive. So the total distance is 5 unit. So base is your 5 units and your height is, if you carefully look, the height is your 2 units. So the correct answer is 5 square units. So these were your questions. I hope all the questions are clear to you. Just now in the last part, let's have a quick recall of all the concepts of this chapter. So make a note of all the important points and concepts of this chapter. At last, this is a very short and just a glimpse of his life and his work. There is much more things to know about him. In Discourse on the Method book, he has written, I think, therefore I am. My dear students, in the same way, whatever we think, we'll achieve it. So dream, dream and dream. So this much for this video. Thank you very much.